Today is Wednesday, April 26th, and this is Yale High School Studio News.
Good morning, Yale High School. I'm Alex Bullard.
And I'm Nolan Ramo. Thank you for joining us this Wednesday morning. First in the news this morning, Mr. Barr's class is starting to finish their fishing pole projects. Jacob Haken fills us in with his favorite part so far.
We've been working on the rods for 2 weeks, and my favorite part is wrapping the thread around the guides.
Today is Administrative Professionals Day. We would like to thank Mrs. Hoppy, Mrs. Harmer, and Mrs. Bauer for all the great work they do.
Hope everyone is having a great prom week so far. Today's theme is dress like a soccer mom or a barbecue dad. Tomorrow's theme will be Twin Day, so try to match with one of your friends.
If you are planning on attending prom on Saturday and would like to request music, there are song sheet requests on both of the Mrs. Nichols doors. They ask the songs be school appropriate, or they cannot guarantee that your request will be filled.
We recently completed our bell sound tournament. Senior Nathan Matt created all 16 sounds for us. Lucas Cree spent some time with Nathan to learn more about this process.
Welcome to a special edition of the Yale High School Studio News. I'm Lucas Creech, and I was able to catch up with Nathaniel Mack on capturing the bell sounds.
For adults and high school students and $6.
So here I was searching through some of the old Studio News videos from about 2 years ago to find the old bell so we'd be able to replicate that pitch going forward. As you can see, I'm using the on-screen keyboard to help compare all the pitches that are near the right one so that I can hear it when those pitches match up, and then that'll be the old bell sound, so we'll be able to replicate that pitch moving forward. And so here I was playing some keys on my keyboard, and then we were able to go, after that playhead stops, we can go into the MIDI controller, which is this little pop-up here. And I can see the notes that I played, including details like velocity, which is basically how loud the note is, and then I can see the length of each note. And I can also change those pitches if we determine that others will be better, so we don't have to record the whole section again. But here I'm just playing a new jingle just to show you guys how the MIDI editing process works. So basically we can see the different colors. They represent how loud each note is, and we can also see the length of each note. And here I'm going to quantize each note, and so make sure that they are all locked into the tempo, which is basically they're all the same speed. We can also adjust the velocity, as I'm going to do here. I'm essentially changing the volume level of each pitch so that they're all uniform. We don't have any outrageously loud or quiet sounds going throughout it. And so at the end, we just bounce the section of the project that the bell sound is in to an audio file so that we can test it on the Studio News in that competition, and also we can put it into the actual bell system when it's all done and decided. So thanks everybody for showing up.
Now over to Brett with our weather.
Thanks, Nolan. We started off our day with another heavy frost. Skies will be partly sunny this morning, but then the clouds will build up as we reach our afternoon high of 48 degrees. We do have a chance for afternoon showers, mostly after school today. Tomorrow we should see some more sun and temperatures in the high 50s, which will feel very warm compared to what we're used to. That's it for the weather, and let's head back to the desk with Logan with sports.
Thanks, Brett. The track team was in action last night in Croswell. The boys kept their league record perfect by beating Croslex 107-30 and Emily City 126.5 to 10.5. The girls split their meets, beating Emily City 94.5 to 41.5 and losing to Croslex 81.5 to 55.5. Many of our athletes had career bests yesterday, including a long jump by Sadie Dykstra of 17 feet 10.5 inches and Nathan Mack's 42.8 seconds in the 300-meter hurdles. The varsity softball team made it as far as Goodles yesterday afternoon before learning that the Elginak had canceled their game because of the wet field conditions. However, JV softball girls played Memphis at home in a doubleheader, winning 13-0 both games. Madison Honecke threw a no-hitter, leading the Bulldogs to a victory. We talked to Madison about her performance.
Well, we had a doubleheader last night with Memphis, and I pitched a no-hitter the first game. We went and battled against them. They didn't really have much to, bring to the plate, but us girls didn't back down, and we kind of just kept kept going, and it was a great game. The no-hitter was very unexpected. I didn't really pay attention to it until my coach told me after the second game, but it was great.
The girls' tennis team won last night against Croslex with a score of 5-3. Boys baseball has a home game today at 4:30. Thanks and stay classy, Yale High.